Good afternoon once again, citizens, and this is again Teacher Anna, your learning partner. So last week we have learned about lesson number 10, which is the judicial branch. Now let's go to lesson 11, which is elections in the Philippines. So at the end of the lesson, guys, you are expected to identify the significance of the electoral process in upholding democracy in the Philippines, and then understand how does the government ensure honest elections in the Philippines, and third, understand the different issues that have been encountered in Philippine elections. So now let's go. So, in the last few years, guys, we are using the manual election system, but now we are using the automated election system in the Philippines. So I hope you have participated in this one. So maybe some of you have participated, but maybe some of you haven't participated in this kind of election system. So elections and electoral systems. So for today, guys, or for today's election system, so we have the EMS or the election management system. Then after ana, iyang gina-power si EED, CEPS, and si CCS. So CEED is the election event designer, CEPS is the election programming station, and the CCS is the configuration. Then ang CCS, it means the consolidation or canvassing system. So, gikan diri guys, mao ni siya ang ato ang electronic results transmission center or what we call ERTS. So, naatay sa central server, naatay transparency server, then under ana ilahang gina-power ang National Canvassing Center, and then gina-power po niya ang 80 provincial canvassing centers, and then the city municipal or 1,600 plus city or municipal canvassing centers. So under sa EED guys is the ballots, and then going to the 80,000 plus PCOS machine. And then sa EPS po, natin mga compact flash cards, the I button, and the modem. So, mo ni siya ang pamaagi karon sa ato ang election system. We have the automated election system. So, now let's go to the next one. So, what is election, guys? So, election, guys, is the formal decision-making process by which citizens choose public officials. So, mao ni siya ang decision-making process. So, karon huna-huna ta, mag-decide ta kung kinsa ato ang pilion as the public officials. Mao ni siya ang process which is called election. Pero the problem here in the past election, we have a lot of garbage. So, daghan kay tag papel, daghan kay tag mga garbages. I hope ang mga nandagan pod kay dili pod garbage ug batasan. So, I hope the government would also look a better way para ma-save ang ato ang mga kahoy or the trees. So, dili na magpapel, no? I hope, ano na siya, kanang social media. Kasi lahat na tayo nasa social media. So, much better if they have an online campaign. So, wala na basura. And then, ang nindot pud ana guys is makatabang pud ta sa global warming. So, I hope there would be some environmentalists that will really push that idea na online na tanan. And then even our electoral system kasi sa ibang bansa ano na talaga sila online electoral system. So I hope inana na pud no natay strong system nga dili basta-basta mahak ni bisan kinsa. Next is the suffrage. So in the old days guys, men and women are not equal. So men are more privileged than women, so they can also vote. So that's why there are a lot of women nga naga people power or naga protest because they don't have that certain right. Nga which is daghan man pud og mga babae nga mga powerful at the same time intelligent and a lot of wisdom. So that's why karon nagapasalamat mi nga we are all equal. So we have the suffrage. Men and women have the right to participate in elections. So mao ni siya, suffrage is our people power or ang ato ang right nga mo participate sa election. So I hope you are all registered voter. Kasi if you are not a registered voter, so dili po ka maka-participate sa election. Now let's go to the plurality system. So plurality system, guys, this is an electoral system where the candidate who gets the most number of votes is elected into office. So mo ni siya ang sistema nato nga ginagamit, guys. Kung kinsa toy mas pinakadaghan og boto, mao to siya ang mahimo natong elected public official. So just like Duterte, siya ang pinakadaghan og boto, siya ato ang presidente karon. Just like Alan Rillion, siya ang pinakadaghan og boto as mayor, then siya ang mayor nato karon. That is the plurality system. If you want to win as a public official, so you should get the trust of the people of the Philippines or the a citizen of the Philippines para ikaw ang choose as a public officials. Now, let's go to the Commission on Election. So, Commission on Election, guys, mao ni siya ang governing body sa Pilipinas to administer the election. So, the rules governing the conduct of elections in the Philippines, guys, is written or naa sa Omnibus Election Code. So, the Omnibus Election Code, guys, are also extensively discusses the rules and responsibilities of the Commission on Election. So, ang COMELEC, dito nakabase ang ilang rules and responsibilities sa Omnibus Election Code. So, the COMELEC is chiefly responsible for administering the entire electoral process and deciding on all election-related matters. And then, we also have the NAMPRIL and the PPGRV. So, aside sa COMELEC, guys, nagatabang po si PPGRV. So, si Parish Pastoral Council for Responsible Voting, guys, mao ni ilahang ginasulong nga advocacy. Boto ko, dangal ko, ipagtatanggol ko. So, this one or this non-partisan and non-sectarian non-profit organization, guys, ka-affiliated siya sa Roman Catholic Church. So, ilang trabaho is to ensure that there is a free, fair, and fraud-free elections in the Philippines. So, ang nagatabang pod si NAMPRIL. So, si PPGRV and si NAMPRIL kay nag-play sila significant rules, guys, in the electoral process. So, they do not administer the elections but they also help the COMELEC spread awareness among voters. So, nagatabang po sila sa COMELEC para mag-spread og awareness sa mga botante. And then, they also help ma-ensure ang credibility of the election results. Now, ang NAMPRIL food, guys, is an election watchdog sa Pilipinas. It was the first and one of the most famous election watch campaign. So, they are also aiming or nagatrabaho sila para na ay free, orderly, and honest election ang Pilipinas. Now, let's go to the Philippine election. So, atong 2016, nice kayo ang election, no? Makita gid nimo nga ang ato ang mga kandidato is mga bright jud ug mga kanang they have a lot of very well experiences. So, the Philippine elections, guys, involve active participation not only from the candidates but also from the voting public as well. So, dili lang ang mga kandidato ang active sa Philippine election, guys, but also the voting public as well. So the electoral process consists of several stages, namely the filing of certificate of candidacy. So una, guys, they need to file the certificate of candidacy. Second, they need to have the campaign period. Okay, butuhi ko ninyo kay ako na ni. Or please vote for me because I will help. Ako lang ang pag-asa ng Pilipinas. So just like that. And then next is the day of the election. So mo na siya ang time nga i-exercise na nato ato ang right to vote or the suffrage. And then next is the tallying of votes. So ato to siyang i-tally. And then, kinsay pinakadagan og boto. Here we go. And the last one is the announcement of the winners. So the recent elections in the country are noted for their usage of the automated election system. So sa last nga mga election nato naatay automated or we are using the automated election system. So I hope okay pa to ato mga pikos no kasi hapit na pud ang election, which is expected to ensure a faster and more accurate tallying of votes. So, kato po daw siya, nag-ensure siya og fast and more accurate tallying of votes. Now, to know more about the election in the Philippines, so the president, guys, the vice president, and the senators, they have 6-year term. So, other than them, katong mga lower nga mga position in the government or government officials, they just have 3-year term. Okay? So, just like the House of the Representatives, the governors, the vice governors, members of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan or provincial board members, the mayors, the vice mayors, the members of the Sangguniang Panglungsod or members of the Sangguniang Bayan, the barangay officials, and the members of the Sangguniang Kabataan or youth councilors are elected to serve for 3-year term. So in the event, guys, of widespread election, so related to violence, kung naay daghan kaayo or there are widespread election-related violence, magkaroon taog failure of election. So si COMELEC, guys, kaya niya mag-postpone and kaya niya mag-declare of failure of election in certain areas and in certain reasons. Example ana, guys, is the natural calamities or nagdaghan og damage nga may election paraphernalia or there is a widespread election-related violence. So, para sa itong mamasapan incidents nga daghan kay gipamatay no nga mga participants or what we call candidates para sa mga kandidato for public election or public office. So, I hope dili na siya mahitabo. So, fair square lang. Kung ikaw ang gipili sa mga tao, then be it. Kung dili po ikaw ang piliun sa mga tao, then wala tayong mabuhat ana because their trust, dili man nimo mapalit ang trust sa mga tao. So, kinahanglan man dyan na nimo i-work out. They need to see it. They need to, or a lot of people would really say that you are really a trustworthy human being or trustworthy Filipino citizen o para jud ka ana nga position. So just like Duterte, no, dili unta siya gusto mo dagan pagka-presidente, but a lot of people and businessmen and then mga tao nga nagatuo nga jud kanang siya gyud ang karapat-dapat o siya gyud ang pag-asa sa Pilipinas para maging presidente and to change or to have a positive change here in the Philippines. So I hope, guys, that if you become a leader or the president someday, you can help the Philippines to have a positive change, protect the environment, protect the animals, protect the human, and protect the justice, or try to formulate a fair and square justice. So, I hope wala tayong mga electoral fraud, wala tayong mga election-related violence nga mahitabo in the coming election. So, let's try to hope and pray for it. So, thank you so much, guys, for listening for our lesson. And always remember to do your best in every assessment. So, karon palandaan, guys, try to, build up your knowledge and wisdom. So you need to build your brain or the head of your of your future self or the what we call this one, the your dream self kanang imuha yung gina ano ba gina dream nga mahimong ikaw. So you need to build the wisdom, the knowledge in your brain. You need to build hinahinay imo mga helping hands, ang imuhang imuhang kasing-kasing, which can be empathetic to other people. So I hope you will learn that from your experiences and differentiated experiences of other people, guys. So thank you so much. Always do your best. Be loving and kind to traditions. And always remember to do your best in every assessments and make your parents proud. See you again. Goodbye, traditions. Thank you for listening.